Welcome to another live hangout. Today, we're going to talk about writing AI chatbots in Python for Discord. Well, particularly, we're going to look at this Chatty Cathy bot. The link here to GitHub, github.com/devdungeon/chattycathy. This is the Readme page here. This is a Discord bot written in Python, and it uses AIML, A-I-M-L, to do the chat logic. All the intelligence there. I have a tutorial here on DevDungeon about how to write the AI chatbot by itself with AIML in Python. When I say by itself, I mean without Discord, without involving Discord at all. So there's a tutorial here. I'm not going to go through the tutorial today. I'm just showing you that it exists. If you want to learn more about how to do some AIML basics, how to install AIML, how to do the chatbot internals, you've got that as an option. This Cathy bot, if you just want to run it or use it, you don't need to know any of that though. You've got a couple options for using it, first off. We're going to talk about how to use it and demonstrate it, and then we're going to show how to install a copy, how to do local development, and how to modify it yourself. So we'll kind of walk through everything here tonight. So where should we start? I guess let's try to get a copy running and see how it works. I've created a Discord account. It's a fresh Discord account, so there's no bots existing or anything like that for this account. I'm going to walk through setting it up yourself. But if you look here, there's a live demo available because this is running on my server. You can also invite the existing Discord bot to your server. So if we click the link, it'll say you've been invited to DevDungeon. Say OK. This will invite you to the DevDungeon server, and it'll put you right in the Chat with Cathy channel here. And as you can see, there's other people that have chatted with it. Hello. Yes, so let's post a link to the live stream. Come check out the live stream. That should do it. Hopefully that's the right link. Stream. It looks like it is. Uh-oh. She cut my link off. Cathy, why would you do that? Sometimes her responses are pretty impressive. Other times she's just a joke. Everything is running smoothly. She's doing okay. Alright. Let's see how she handles the trick math question. Oh. She did okay. Stumped her. Oh. She knows that one too. Whoa. Okay. Let's see how this thing works. So That's how you chat with it. If you just want to come play with it, you can come join the Discord server. You can get there a couple ways. First, you can get there from the Readme of this GitHub repository where it says live demo. There's a Discord invite right there where you can go chat with it. You can also go to devdungeon.com and click this join me on Discord thing. That will get you on the Discord server itself, and then you can just chat in the Chat with Kathy channel here. If you go to Chat with Kathy, that's the only channel it'll work in. You can see over here, it's online over here on the right hand side, and it says playing, chatting with humans. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's try to invite it to our own server. So let's go back to Discord. This is my test account, so click on the plus over there. If you didn't see this plus, that'll either join a server or create one, so let's create a server, and let's call it bot testing server. My bot testing server. Oh, wait. I guess it's too long. Well, there we go. And you can pick a different region if you need something closer to you. Click create. And now you've got your own server. This is an invite link if you want to invite people to it. Okay, now you have your own server. Great. Now, what you need to do is click the invite link. You have to go to the Dev Dungeon page to get more info about that. There should be a section called, here we go, invite Kathy to your own Discord server. You just click this link. This Discord link will bring you to Discord, and it'll say, oh, you want to add this bot? Okay. What server do you want to add it to? In my case, I only admin one server on this test account, the one I just created, called my bot testing server. By the way, if the music is too loud or doesn't work well, please let me know. Any feedback on the volume levels would be nice. Okay, authorize. I'm going to turn this one down. Okay, authorize, prove I'm not a bot, well, I'm a panda. Okay, chimneys, pandas know what chimneys look like, I mean, come on. Did I do good? Yeah. Alright, the bot should be online. Let's go back. If you look over here on my server, you'll see on the right here, she's online. She's on the server. It's online. But in order to talk to it, because you don't want this bot talking in every single channel. Every time someone sends a message, you don't want it to say something. So the one that you're allowed to invite to your own servers needs this channel, Chat with Kathy. Hello? She's typing, hold on. Ah. Glad to have you here. You gotta be nice to the bots. The bot's glad to have me here too. See, isn't it friendly? Okay, great. That's how you invite the bot to your server if you want to use it on your own server. What if you want to run your own copy? Okay, let's look at how to do that. First step is to get the source code. You need a copy. So let's first Well, let's go this way first, because it's on pip. On Pippy, PyPy. I'll pull that up real quick. It's on the Python package index as Kathy. So you can just do this. You can do pip install Kathy. And it will do every... hold on. Yeah, HTTP 3.4.2 plus. Oh, I know what I need to do. Python 3. It's supposed to be Python 3. Okay, Ubuntu. Let's get this over with. I think you have to install pip separately for Python 3 on Ubuntu. Oops. Not Python 3 pip, Python 3 pip. There it is. Now, when I do pip 3, or I can do Python 3-m pip. That's a better way to do it, because then you know exactly which instance of Python your pip is being run with. Oh! Hey Mythic, welcome back. We're talking about chatbots. Specifically, this Python AI chatbot for Discord. We're going to install Kathy using Python 3, but there's one important thing to note. In Python 3.7, they changed async. They made some changes that are not backwards compatible. So if you have Python 3.7, it will break. It just won't work. So you need Python 3.6 or earlier. Okay, now that I have that out of the way. Once you install the Python package, it installs this script named Kathy that you can run. It puts it in your path, assuming you have your Python installation all set up, which looks like I don't. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a virtual environment, which is what I should have done the first time. Create a VM called vn. Okay, and then we want to activate it. Vn bin activate. Now we're in a Python virtual environment. Now if we do aware Python and aware pip, I mean a which Python and a which pip. Where is for Windows. We're not in Windows. We're in the Windows of Linux. Pip install Kathy. Okay. Now, because we're in a virtual environment, we should be pretty much guaranteed that the path is set up properly. So if we just run it, we're going to get some usage information. So it says we need a channel and a token. Actually, yeah, okay. If you type -- help, you'll get more detailed output, which is not incredibly more detailed, but you need the token and the channel. So to get that information, you go back to your server. Now, this is your channel name. Let's create a new one. Let's create a new one for our this is going to be our new test bot. We're going to call it the Panda Chat. We're going to pretend it's a panda, because pandas are cool. It's Panda Chat, text channel, no problem. Panda Chat. Now we've got a channel, but we need a bot token. To create a bot token, you have to actually go to the Discord developer portal. So that's discordapp.com/developers or developers/applications to go directly to the applications page. So you have to say new application, and we're just going to call this one Panda Chat. Okay, we're not done yet though. We need to go to the bot section here and add a bot to our app. So we say, yeah, add a bot, okay. I don't have a picture. I should take a screenshot of my panda face, but we'll do that later. Okay, Panda bot. That's what we'll call it. Save changes. Now you need a token, so you can reveal the token. It's a long string. Well, all right. Nobody hack this bot while we're live. Okay, bot got the token. You copy it there, and then that's all you need. Okay, so if we go to Kathy channel, and okay, the chat is channel was Panda Chat, right? Okay, Panda Chat, Panda token. Oops. Where did it go? I lost it already. Let's go back to our app, go back to the bot, say copy token. Okay. Now it's loading all the YAML files. Bam. Bot online. Name PandaBot. So now let's go back to the server. No. Use my bookmark here. Go back to the test server that we just invited the bot to. Test bot, Panda Chat. There's one more step, I guess. You have to actually invite the bot to your server. The same way we invited the Kathy bot, we have to invite our new bot. Our new bot exists, he just doesn't belong to any servers. We need some friends to invite him to a server. So, you go to the OAuth 2 section to do this. You scroll down a little bit, and the one thing that you need to make sure you check is bot under scopes, because it's a bot, so it needs bot privileges. It'll generate this long URL down here at the bottom. You can just click copy, and you can paste it in your browser, and it'll bring you to the invite page just like you saw before, and it says, okay, Panda Chat, which one do you want to add it to? We're going to add it to the my bot testing server. Add it. Do this little test again. Come on. Pandas know what stores look like. Alright. The bot is authorized. Now when we go back, we can see the default bot, and it said hello. We can see that it's online in our user list named PandaBot, playing, chatting with humans. Now if we go into the Panda Chat channel, we can say hello, and it should say hello back. He's brand new to the world, so you gotta give him a break. This is his first words ever. He's already got a watch though. Born immediately with a watch on his wrist. Doesn't know how it works though. It's a good joke though, I guess. Why is the third hand on the watch called the second hand? Man, this guy's deep already. Alright, well that's how you invite the bot to your server and chat with it, and it's good to go. That's how you run your own. Now we can talk about how to customize it some more. How to customize it, how it works a little bit, what the code looks like. Look on the inside. So I'm gonna Control C just to get out of the bot, and you'll see the bot goes offline. The bot goes offline as soon as we cancel the script. So as long as the script is running, the bot will stay online. If you want to run the bot 24/7, you either have to leave your computer on all the time, run it on something like a Raspberry Pi that you can leave on, or run it on a server. Something you rent from DigitalOcean or Linode for $5 a month will do fine. Okay, so if we go back to the GitHub repo, we'll see there's some installation instructions about how to install it with pip. and that's what we did. That was the first method. And if you just want to install it and run it, and you don't want to customize it, you just want to run your own version and give it its own name, that's all you need to do. Pip install, and then run Kathy. So again, you just run pip install Kathy like that, and then you just execute Kathy, and it'll give you the help instructions. So that's it, but you need Python 3.6. 3.7 won't work. Okay, so let's do this. Let's open Pycharm and, you know, give it 2 minutes to open. I love Pycharm though, seriously. Okay, it looks like I've already cloned it, so you have a couple options. You can say create new project, check out from version control. If you do check out from version control, you can just paste the GitHub link. In this case, I've already done, I did a git checkout here already. So there's nothing changed. This is a default download. So there's a couple directories. There's bin, Kathy. Kathy egg info is something that gets generated when it was doing some build stuff. That's not actually part of the repo. The virtual environment, you can ignore that one. That's just the virtual environment. Git ignore, just some generic git ignore stuff. License, the readme is the same thing we saw on the GitHub page. So setup.py is a really important file. This one defines what version it is, what scripts there are, where all the files are for the packages and the scripts, and all of the dependencies that are needed. This is what enables you to put it on pip and makes it available for pip install. So if you don't want to use pip to do a pip install and you have it set up like this, you want the setup.py file, and there's a couple options. You can run python setup.py install, which is okay. It's gonna quote unquote build, and it's gonna put everything inside your virtual environment, inside your site packages. So you can see there's a Kathy egg in the library site packages. So now it also added this Kathy and Kathy.bat for Windows. Kathy is the actual script that launches the Python code itself. So when you do that, it creates a separate built package of Kathy. So if you were to go in and start messing with the code, and then you try to go in here and run Kathy, it wouldn't have your changes. Oh, it just deleted. That's why it didn't work. But uninstall? No, now I have to use pip to remove it. So setup.py is not the way you should do it if you want to develop. If you just want to install it once on a server or something, that's good. But if you want to develop with it, okay, so now it's completely uninstalled. You can see if I try and run it now, it says there's nothing to run. So Python setup.py is not what you want to do. You want to run, or I'm sorry, install is not what you want to do. You want to run develop. Develop will actually create symlinks to all of the files in your working directory. So if you were to actually modify some code here and delete something and run it, then it should break. Okay. Maybe that was a bad example. So Python develop should create the symlink, but it still created the egg info. So honestly, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it's because I installed this earlier and it wasn't a totally fresh install. So sorry if that's confusing, but it even works in Windows where you don't have symlinks. If you run python setup.py develop, it'll create some sort of Windows form of symlink. So that's what I recommend doing if you're going to develop. You shouldn't need to do much modification if you just want to change the chat bot behavior. There's a folder with all the AML files, and most of the chat logic comes from this Alice bot, which is an open source. It's the guy who created AML. They created AML, and Alice was the name of the bot, the first bot they created. Yeah, so it's kind of like XML. It's called AML. It was developed by Richard Wallace in a worldwide free software community between 1995 and 2002. AML formed the basis for ELIZA, called Alice, Artificial Linguistic Internet Computer Entity, which won the annual Loebner Prize competition in artificial intelligence 3 times, and was also the Chatterbox Challenge champion in 2004. Whoa. Okay, because the Alice AML set was released under the GNU GPL. Yeah, so that's what I'm using, the Alice AML set. It's they did something like the most 10,000 common phrases and questions people ask. They created responses for all of them, so there's a lot of things covered. It's pretty impressive. So yeah, there's also interpreters for various languages. There's a Python 2 and a Python 3 one. So if you need to adapt it for Python 2, you can replace the AML library. And I think they're both compatible. They think they have all the same API, so you can just swap out the package and run it with Python 2 if you need to. And the Wikipedia page will give you a couple examples on how it works and some of the wildcard options you have for creating AML. So if we go back, now you'll understand that all of these different AML files, I'll just pick a random one, music. So over here on the right, you've got some of the AML examples. Can you make music? So if somebody asks, can you make music? It'll say, I can sing a song. So we can try that one out real quick. Can you make music? And a bot. Can you make music? Oh, he's offline. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. Okay, hold on. Because I'm in the virtual environment, it's got a different history. It's because I'm in a different terminal. It's because I haven't set Z shell as my default. That's one of the reasons Z shell is really awesome, because your history gets shared across all your shells. So right now, because it defaults to bash, I can't pull up the command that I ran in a different terminal that I wanted to do. But it's okay. We have Kathy here, and she's got the same AML files, so let's just ask. Let's ask if she can. Yeah, I can sing a song. So you can have complete phrases like this that match. You can also have ones like, yeah, with the star here, it's kind of like a regular expression. Why is blank your favorite group? Why is blank your favorite band? And so anything that goes in there, it'll interpret as the topic. You can also do random choices and stuff. So there's, inside the Kathy source code, there's a folder called AML. That's where all the files go. There's the Alice folder with all the defaults. You can delete that whole folder if you don't want to use any of it. There's a folder called custom. And inside the custom one, it's just a template it's commented out, but there's one example pattern. So if you ended up uncommenting this out and you asked what are you, it would say I'm a bot silly. So you can dump other AML files in here. You can dump your AML right into this file. You can create other directories in here at the same level and dump AML files in them, and it'll automatically pick all of them up. So if you just want to modify the chatbot behavior, chat-wise, all you have to do is mess with these AML files, these XML files, and restart the bot. There's no, you don't have to, you might have to repackage it depending on how you install it, but with another setup.py install. Okay, so that's how you modify the AML. I guess the last piece that we haven't looked at yet is the actual Python source code that makes this run. So that is all within cathy.py. And inside cathy.py there is one class called Chatty Cathy. And there's only a couple functions inside of it. So if I do, I think it's Alt-7, yep, for structure. Let's make this one bigger. So if I expand the class, you'll see it's got a couple functions. One called setup, one called run, and it's got a couple variables here. AML kernel, channel name, Discord client, and token. So the class stores a few objects that it needs to run. In the init function, which is the first thing that runs when you just instantiate the class, you assign it a couple things like the channel name and the bot token, and then it loads the AML kernel. So all this magic here is loading the AML files from the package and then passing it into what's called the kernel, the AML kernel that processes all the chat logic. So that just prepares that. If you want to know more about how this works and what load AML B is, then refer to the tutorial that's linked in the Readme. In the Readme here, there's a tutorial, the AML tutorial that I showed at the very beginning. And this is a detailed tutorial on how to write the AML in Python without any Discord involved at all. It explains how you create the AML files, how to do a really simple one, how to cache the brain essentially, how to customize it, and all that good stuff. So if you want to learn more about AML, refer to the devdungeon.com article on that. The next section here sets up the Discord client, which is actually really easy. You just initialize the class and it's all good to go. I do have a tutorial on Python Discord bots too, so there should be a link. Maybe not. I need to add one here. But if you go to the blog, there's a video and there's a written tutorial. There's a Discord, there's a JavaScript Discord tutorial, and there's a Python Discord tutorial. So this will walk you through how to create a Python Discord bot. It explains how to make commands and all that good stuff. So if you follow the Discord bot tutorial and the AI chatbot tutorial, you'll understand both of the pieces that are involved with this, because in the end all it's doing is creating the AML kernel and then piping the in and out through a Discord send and receive message thing. So in the setup function, there's only three functions, if you count the init: setup and run. So setup just does some more detailed setup. It sets up all of the commands that you need for Discord. In this case, they're async IO coroutines, which are basically triggers. So onReady is a trigger that gets triggered once the bot goes online. So this only happens once generally. And then you've got one called onMessage. Every time the bot receives a message it's going to run all this code inside of it. In my case, it's just going to check and see if the author's a bot. If the author's a bot, ignore it, so it doesn't try and chat with other bots. If you want it to chat with other bots, you can. Just get rid of that. It ignores empty messages. It checks if there's a bot prefix. It doesn't do anything anymore if you give it a bot prefix, but it's a hook in case you want to add some custom commands, so you can do something like exclamation point reload AML, and you add a function that will reload all the AML. And then it's got run, which basically just tells the Discord client to go. And that's it. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's just that one class with 3 functions. And if we go back, we can keep chatting. How do you feel today? She's fine. Cool. Yay. She knows jokes too. You can do things like tell me a joke. And sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're not. What do you get when you cross a poppy and electricity? What, Kathy? What do you get? Flower power. They're so bad. They're so bad. I laughed, I lost. Okay. I think that's it. If there's anybody in chat that has any questions, I think now would be a good time because I'm about to get ready to wrap it up. I'm going to do another stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about setting up a custom Minecraft server, installing plugins, and how to make custom plugins. That one should be fun. If there's enough time, or maybe the next day, we'll talk about how to integrate it with the database and Discord, get some kind of Discord integration. Otherwise, I encourage you all to try out the chatbot, play with it, come chat with it on my server, invite it to your own server, run your own, have fun with it. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm glad there were people here, and I hope if there's any questions that I didn't cover, go ahead and add a comment if you're watching this after the fact, and I'll still try and respond. Otherwise, everyone have a good night.